What is up, YouTube? ZukiM1 here, and I am back with a brand new YouTube video. Today I'm going to be bringing you guys a Brawlhalla tier list, but there is a catch. This one isn't solely based off of my opinion. This is based off of just win rates. So we're going off of Brawlhalla Stats, the website that is currently looking at all Brawlhalla matches on their servers with an S, more than one server, and evaluating all the wins and losses of all the characters. This list updates itself quite frequently, actually, so all the characters who are here are supposed to be here, but without further ado, let's go ahead and get started with the list. The first character we're going to have on this list, the highest win rate and the strongest character, I'm pretty sure you guys probably already guessed it if you haven't by now, is Scarlet. So Scarlet has the highest win rate, close to about 57%. She can carry you from out of 10s, bronze, silver, gold, plat, diamond. Two of those cases being Swarpy and Coslicks. So, you know, the character's good. The character's good. The character's good. Alright, next on the list we have Ogre. So Ogre is right here. So Ogre, same case, really strong, just happen to have an axe. Axe is pretty strong. There's no other way to put it. It's just really strong. Next on the list we have Taros. That's a really ugly Taros. Splash art, by the way. They need to update that if they can. Orion, where are you, good friend? There you are. Orion. So rolling. I think it's Nash, Lord Rax, Queen Eye. Nash, Lord Rax, Queen Eye. Lord Rax, Queen Eye. Where are you, Queen? Okay, so just talking about the S tier real quick. The S tier are people between 56 or it's 55 or above. So you have your win rate has to be at 55 or higher to be in the S tier, meaning these are the characters that you will be consistently climbing rank with. You will win more matches than you'll lose with these characters. The numbers speak for themselves. They've been here since I've started playing the game. It really hasn't changed. Even as people improve their skills, get better, and constantly keep trying to change up the formula, these characters still remain the same. There are 4 lance characters up here and 3 spears. The 4 lances being Scarlet, Ogre, Roland, and Lord Rax. And then the 3 spear users is Queen Eye, Nash, and Orion. So if you can learn spear in or lance, or spear in lance, just pick up Orion. But because 3 of the S tiers are spear users, and then 4 of the S tiers are lance users. So that just goes to show you how strong those are. And Orion is, as you can see, is right there in the precipice between right there close to that 56% win rate. Taros is closer, but he's like right here in the middle, like he's top 4. So if that doesn't say anything, I don't know what it is. Queen Eye barely makes it in. She barely makes it in, but that down sig, and that neutral sig, goddamn her sigs. That's pretty much it, man. Alright, at the top of the A tier, this is where a bulk of the cast belongs, will be Bryn. So Bryn is the top of the A tier. She barely just missed the S tier. She barely just missed it. So Mr. Depressed, there you go. You know what I'm saying? Your boo thing is almost up there, man. Boo thing's almost up there. Zario. So I'm gonna just put the characters in here, just based on their win rate, and then I'll talk about them in a second. Sentinel, I think it's Thor. Yes, Thor. Where are you, Thunder God? Thor, Core. It's a really cool core picture. How do you make a rock look cool? Azov. Ragnar. Wushang. Damn, where's Wushang? There he is. Wusong. Ember. Now remember, this is going in the order of their win rates. So whoever it's going in the order of the win rates from highest to lowest. Barraza. Diana. Diana has fell from grace. She used to be really busted, but I guess all them nerfs caught up to her. Rayman. I don't know how Rayman fell off. I thought he would have stayed broken, to be honest. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Citra. The highest win rating cannon player. I still don't understand how they be doing so much work with her, because I can't use that character for shit. Kaya. Vector. I'm surprised Vector's up there. But, I mean, he has two of the strongest weapons. Lance and bow, so, you know, it makes sense. And then the last of the A tier is Ada. Alright, guys, so, as I said before, the bulk of these characters between A tier is from 54 down all the way down to about, I think I said 52? Yeah, so 52. So it's about a 2% win rate. Grim being at the very top of the totem pole here. She has Axe and she has Lance. I mean, not Lance. Axe and Spear. There you go. The Spear still reigns true, as you guys can see. Out of here, how many common weapons do we have? We have 1 hammer, 2 hammers, 3 hammers. Okay, so 3 hammers. How many spears? 1 spear. 2 spears. Okay, 3 spears. So 3 hammers, 3 spears. 1 bow, 2 bow, 3 bow, 4 bow, 5 bows. So A tier is pretty much dominated by bow characters. So that just goes to show you how strong bow is as a weapon. It's probably the only, they probably have a way easier time fighting against like Spear and Lance because it has that range. Out of blasters, there's about 1, 2, 3, yeah, just three blasters up here. So yeah, and I think it's mainly due to the fact that blasters just isn't that well understood of a weapon. Even though I've been playing this game since like season 7, we're all the way on like season 14 or some shit like that. It still just goes to show you just how unpolished most people are with that weapon, unfortunately. It's a really good weapon, but people just can't really utilize it that well. Now we're going to go on to the B tier. The B tiers is between 51 to 50%. The characters that need higher understanding is below a 50% win rate, so they don't break even in most of their matches. So at the top of the B tier, top of the B tiers, we have Cassidy. So Cassidy just barely misses. Like, she's at 51.99%. So if you guys want to try to help her get to the A tier, just win a couple more matches with her and then she'll be an A tier because she'll be at 52%. But right now she's not. Her Sig's almost get her there. Thatch is almost there too. He's at 51.98. So Thatch and her are super close. They could definitely be A tier. As close as they are. Zol too, actually. Damn. I guess I got to put on my A game to make sure I can get Zol into that upper echelon. But then there's like a 20% drop off between Zol and Artemis. So I'm guessing most Artemis players aren't doing that hot mod. You gotta put on for your all your Artemis mains out there. You know what I'm saying? Help her climb up a little bit. This one's for you, Hyper. It looks like your Caspian made it. Where the hell is your Jala? I think she's in here. She just has a lower win rate than Caspian, actually. Cross, Val, and Jala. Yep, Cross, Val, and Jala. So Cross, Val, and Jala. So your Caspian is actually better, performs better than Jala Hyper. And Gem Hunter, your Cross is in B tier. It's about a little. He's like in the upper echelons of B tier, so he's not that weak. But you know, he's not that Cross that you when you first started playing the game. Fate, Mordex, Dusk, and Mirage. So Fate, Mordex, Fate, Mordex, Dusk, and Mirage. So all of those were pretty much Scythe characters. Scythe pretty much break even because half of them are the most disgusting individuals you will ever meet in your life, and then the other ones are some of the worst some of the worst players you've ever encountered. So Asuri, Petra, Lucian, and Nyx, and then I'll talk about the B tier. Petra, Asuri, Petra. So Asuri, Petra, and Nyx, right? Asuri, Petra, Lucian. Alrighty, and then let's go ahead and just organize this real quick. Might as well get these guys because we can cover both of these real quickly too. Yumiko, Koji, Isaiah, they don't have Vel'Koz on this list, but just know he's lower than Isaiah. And Jiro and Linfei. Jiro, Linfei. Alrighty, so rounding out the B tier. So B tier is the characters that are pretty balanced. They're not broken, they're not insanely good. The only two exceptions to that rule, honestly, in my opinion, would probably be Cassidy and Thatch. Both of those guys can get pretty nutty if you know what you're doing with them, especially with Artemis too, but that's a little bit of a reach, right? Top 4 B tier is Cassidy, Thatch, Zol, and Artemis. So that's the top of the B tiers. Top 4 of the A tiers is Bryn, Zariel, Sentinel, and Thor. And then the top 4 of the S tiers is Scarlet, Ogre, Teros, and Orion. So the B tiers, they have strong SIGs, they have really good weapons, good matchups. It's just they struggle in some area that costs them to prevent them from being like the upper echelon characters. So as you can see, the upper echelon characters all the way in the A tier, all of them have really good stat distributions. So Azoth has great stat distributions. Ragnar, great stat distributions. Wushang, great stat distributions. Ember, so on and so forth, right? Like all these characters have really good stat distributions along with pretty good weapons. Because the people in B tier, they have good weapons, they just don't have that great of a stat distribution. Honestly, feel like Nyx should be higher, but people don't understand how to use Scythe again, right? So she's right there on the precipice of being actually a need or higher understanding type of character. Her, Lucian, and Petra are all super close to that need a higher understanding character. Mirage honestly has some really weird SIGs. They're not bad, they're not good, they're just weird. You got to know how to hit. And you know, so I think that she's definitely the lower end of the Scythe users. But Fate and Mordex being the highest Scythe users, and Artemis actually being the best Scythe user right now, is definitely true. I think that reigns true right now because Artemis is definitely a really good pick. So yeah, I think that actually reigns true. I think that's actually true right now. I think definitely that Artemis should probably be the best Scythe user at the moment. If they give some type of buff to Mordax again, or some buff to Fate, because both of those characters used to be the best, but they got nerfed. That's why they're right around the same mark with each other. They've been nerfed quite a few times. They're probably the ones that received the most nerfs and balance changes. So yeah. Now in terms of the worst characters in the game right now: Hitori, Bodvar, Yumiko, Koji, Isaiah, Jiro, and Linfei. What can I say that has not already been said about these characters? Well, actually, I feel like Yumiko, Bodvar, and Hitori could definitely be higher, and Koji as well. The problem is that people who go into rank using these characters have no idea how to use them, so they just get dogged on. They get dogged terribly. Hitori is nowhere near as bad as she used to be. Back when I first started, she was an absolute nightmare. Highest tier character. Barely anybody beating her at all. She was just fucking ridiculous. Now she's at the bottom of the tier list. Well, not the bottom, but you get the idea. She's way lower than what she needs to be. She's at a 49% win rate. You have a 61% chance of losing. 61. That's absolutely insane. 61% of the time you're expected to lose with this character. And the same thing goes for Bodvar, Yumiko, and Koji. 61% of the time you're expected to lose with this character. And then with Isaiah, you're expected to lose 48% of the time. So that means 62%. And then it just gets worse. 66% of the time you're going to lose with Jiro, and 66% of the time you're going to lose with Linfei. Like, the stats just speak for themselves, you know. I said that Linfei is the worst canon character and the worst character in the game, and it rings true. Their stats speak for itself, you know. But I honestly feel like when the weapon gets changed, canon, you might see some new faces up here, man. You might see Zol sneak his way into A tier. Shit, you might even see his ass sneak into S tier. And same thing goes for Jala. Same thing goes for, not Jala. Citra, Isaiah, and Linfei. Those guys might sneak their way into higher tiers only because of the fact that that new canon rework is going to help out a lot of canon characters get way stronger. But that's my list. I didn't personally come up with this list. This is, again, based off of stats and stats alone, just going strictly off the statistics. But let's say you don't agree with the tier list. You think that this is not an accurate representation. If you guys have a better one, go ahead and send me a link to your Brawlhalla tier list. I'll check it out and I'll tell you what I think about your list or whatever. But without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and close out the video for today. So if you guys did enjoy this video, please make sure to hit the like and subscribe button. But this has been Zukian1, and I hope you guys have a great morning, great evening, great afternoon, and great night. But I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace.